What's up, boys? Road to Lamborghini, episode 27. I am so back. Okay, routine in check. So, those of you OGs would have remembered back when I did cave talks, I always mentioned my routine and what I've done for there. So we're gonna go back with that. Okay, and for the first time in probably 2 months, I've actually stuck to the whole routine. Right, and I've done everything. So I'll walk you through that. On top of that, we are back with the time that I'm waking up as well. So 6:55 a.m. wake up today. And yeah, morning routine is done. Feeling on top of the world. To be honest, I only got to bed yesterday at maybe 11:30. And then I couldn't sleep for 20-25 minutes. So I probably actually got to sleep at about midnight. Right, and I woke back up at 6:55. But who cares? 7 hours. A, it's not that bad. And B, I'd rather do that and now fix my circadian rhythm and fix my sleep schedule long term than not do it and wake up at the wrong time, sleep in, and then just ruin it again, right? I'm back with the routine because as I said in yesterday's Road to Lamborghini episode, no one's going to do it for me. I'm the only one who's going to get this Lamborghini. I'm the only one who got me to this position, and I'm the only one who's going to get me to the next position. Everything's on me. God's aligned everything. God's unlocked all the doors. Now it's for me to step through. So, let me walk you through some of the morning routine. If there's parts that I miss out, obviously that's on purpose. So, there we go. Hold on, let me just take this one off. We did that as well. So it's visualization, affirmations, journal plus read the Bible, read one chapter of a book, which at the moment I've just finished Outsmarting Reality, which is an amazing book. I've already commented on it many times throughout these Road to Lamborghini episodes, but I've just finished that. I'll probably go back through it again in a couple months. But right now I'm reading Winning by Tim Grover. Do meditation, and go for a sprint, come back, cold shower, record video, which is obviously what I'm doing right now. Then I'm going to do 50 DMs before breakfast and clear out my inbox on Instagram and probably TikTok as well. And then after that, I'm allowed to have breakfast. Okay, and the reason I put allowed to have breakfast is because people, right, cavemen, we used to hunt to have food to eat, right? Nowadays, so for some reason, people wake up, accomplish absolutely nothing for the day, and then just eat immediately. Right, I'm not allowing that to happen. And you guys, you're an absolute OG if you remember me talking about how I used to sprint, right? On the old cave talks, it was winter actually when I started recording them. So it's way colder. I noticed that this morning when I was sprinting. But I used to sprint literally every single morning up and down the drive. And then I'd write down my time inside the journal. And then I'd try and improve on it literally every single day. And I do that 6 days a week. Sunday was the only day I'd have off. Right, and that was such a vibe. It was, because it's hard to do, right? Because it's not a short distance. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but I think it's 1K there and back. But you're trying to sprint the whole time, right? So it's not easy, especially when it was cold. Now it's a little bit easier because at least you can feel your own breath. You can, swallow, right? When you've got, when you're running up and down, it's so hard to swallow when I was doing it in the winter. No homo, but yeah. Anyway, that's it. Morning routine is done. I'm recording this. I got 50 DMs, and then I've got the actionable tasks as well, which I know I need to do today. And as we said, we don't go to sleep until the tasks are done. Why? Because that's how you level up. That's how you actually succeed. That's how you achieve all of your goals. That's how you accomplish all of your goals. That's how you get to the next level, right? It's by setting actionable tasks and not sleep until they're done, right? And guess what? You win the morning, you win the day. You win the days, you win the weeks. You win the weeks, you win the months. And you only need so many months to win a year. And when you win a year, you can completely change your life, right? In 1 year, in just 12 months, you can transform your life completely. So and you win the hour, right? Then you win, a couple hours. Then you win a day. Then you win a month. Then you win you know what I'm saying? It spans, right? So this is the thing. Now I've got this momentum. I'm not willing to lose it. Right, it's the same thing with loads of things. You have streaks, right? Even on, you guys will know who've tried to learn language, Duolingo. You got a streak. You don't want to lose that streak. If you're on day 33, you don't just want to mess up day 34. It doesn't matter how busy it's been. You don't want to mess up that streak. So you'll do whatever it takes to keep that streak going. Exact same thing with this. I've now got this 1 day streak. I'm going to keep that going, right? I'm not just going to let it lose all that momentum tomorrow and just wake up at 9 a.m. I'm not an idiot. Right? I don't care if I get 0 sleep. I'd rather wake up at 7 a.m. But obviously I'm going to set my circadian rhythm. Right, I thought I heard someone. I think I can hear someone. Who is this? I don't actually know who this is. But anyway, as I was saying, right, you need to be willing to put in the work regardless of results, right? At the start, you won't be getting results. Wait, I'll carry on in a sec. Right, so as I was saying, yeah, gonna set the non-negotiable tasks, do them as well. And yeah, it's going to be a hell of a journey, boys. Today technically is day one because, you know, we finally stuck to a routine, built a new routine as well, built some new things, cleaned my whole like room, because it just makes my mind, you know, it's like Jordan Peterson, clean your room, but it's more like it just makes my whole mind just clearer, right? It just makes me like be able to, you know, come into the room and not be always like, my mind is in one place, which is right now leveling the fuck up, right? Getting 50x. You know, one of my clients literally messaged me yesterday. He's like, I want to be hitting 200 to 300k months by January, right? So by January 2026. And I was like, what a goal. Like, even I need to set bigger goals, right? This guy only started like 4 or 5 months ago. He's actually, well, you can watch my Instagram. You'll see his testimonial. It's Chris, right? He bought his dream car after, I think, it's just under 3 months of working with me one-to-one. So like, it makes me realize, like, damn, I can go even harder. You know, why can't I buy a Lamborghini? Like, of course I can, right? So yeah, that's today's message is basically just to say, we're back with a routine. Best feeling in the world is doing what you know you need to do. I don't even feel tired. I don't look tired. Why? Because I did what I knew I had to do. I feel less tired today than I did in the last week, even though I probably got way more sleep in the last week. Why? Purely because I did what I knew I had to do. Okay, and it even says in the Bible, and this is another thing, it actually says in the Bible, like, I can't remember, I'm going to paraphrase it, right? Because I can't remember the exact quote. But pretty much it says, a man should provide for himself and his household. If he does not have proper faith, or something like that. And that is so true. Like, nowadays, for some reason, you guys, like a lot of you men, right? You think like it's not normal to provide for your family. You think like, oh, I retired my parents. And that's amazing. That's beautiful. But you think it's like some extraordinary thing, which not everyone, you know, which maybe you shouldn't have a duty of doing, but you do have a duty to do that. You have a duty to provide for yourself. You have a duty to provide for your sisters, brother, your mum, your dad, everyone, right? That should be your goal, your primary goal as a man. Right, and even if that's at the cost of yourself, even if that's the cost of you not sleeping as well, even if that's at the cost of you grinding a bunch of extra hours, whatever it is, you need to do that. It's your duty as a man. Right, so anyway, we are back, boys. You got the pain of regret, and you got the pain of failure, and the pain of going through things. Right, and I'm choosing the pain of going through things every single day. Okay, so from now on, boys, you're going to see this absolutely insane routine. You're going to see me level up so quick because I know what I need to do. Okay, and when you know what you need to do, it's frustrating when you don't do it, which is why I've had enough. Yesterday, I literally had an outburst. You even saw it on the Road to Lamborghini episode, right? I got so angry. I was like, I need to change things. I need to set a routine, right? Because guess what? In literally a week today, I'm headed to Rome, right? We're going to Italy, right? And then I'm spending a couple of days there. And then after that, I'm going to Slovakia and spending some time with family in Slovakia, right? So I don't have time to waste. You know, I need to get the routine set now, because if I don't get it set now, then guess what's going to happen? Okay, sure, I might create some memories, but I'm not going to get much work done. And I don't want that to be the case. You know, I want the next month, next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months to completely transform my life, right? Because I know for a fact I can do this. I know I'm different. I've got that inside my heart. And I've always known this. I know that I can accomplish it, right? I know I've got these visions and I've accomplished so much. Like, I remember, I've already mentioned this, but I'll mention it again just to inspire you guys. Every single morning, and I still do it to this day, I open my drawer. It's the first thing I ever do, right? That's why it says visualization affirmations. First thing I do is visualization, right? And I literally open them, and I open this little folder, and inside it, I've got these images, right, of a life I designed about 3 years ago when I was flat broke, or 2.5 years ago. Right, and now I live that life. Literally, the only thing left on that whole vision board that I haven't accomplished, because it's a lot of traveling photos, it's me going skiing, it's me doing a lot of different things. Right, but the only thing on that vision board which I haven't accomplished is the Lambo. Right, I've got a white Lambo there. Now, obviously, I want a black Lambo Hurricane. That's what I'm going to have. But that's literally it, right? That's kind of not the last step, because obviously there's going to be next goals after that, but the last step out of this vision which I had 3 years ago. And that's how quickly you can change your life. So I want to inspire you guys. That's why I make these videos. You're going to watch me in a Lambo. You're going to watch me, I think, in about 12 months. I want to start doing streaming as well and inspire more and more people, get a bigger reach. But for now, scale this business, 50x, boys. Let's crush it. Let's have an amazing day. Instagram is in the description, boys. Fill your day today up with tasks and make sure today is a productive day, all right? Don't let it go to waste. I promise you, today is absolutely beautiful. And today is the day that you can change your life, that you can set your whole schedule. And from today, you can mark this day in your calendar. From today, you can start changing your life. And there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be days where you're not as productive, but you just keep on bouncing back, keep on going, keep the momentum. And I promise you, it'll change your life. So with that said, boys, that's the end of this episode. See you boys tomorrow. Peace out.